Megan and welcome to my channel. So today I'm bringing you guys another foundation review and I'm super excited about it. I've not played with any products from this brand and I've wanted to for so long. So today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Beauty Bakerie Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. And I also am going to be playing with the brand new 3-in-1 Insta-Bake Concealer as well as the Beauty Bakerie Flour Setting Powder. Super excited about this. So if you're curious to see how this more luminous dewy foundation wears and applies on this oily face of mine and the concealer and powder, then you're in the right place, so just go ahead and keep on watching. Good morning, guys. So I have already washed, moisturized, prepped my skin. I went in with none other than the Fenty Beauty True Matte Primer. I cannot believe, guys, I'm going to have to place another order. I try so many new primers, foundations, and all of that, and I never use a full bottle of anything. And I'm down to like right here. So I've got to place another order for this. I love this stuff. So I went in with this all over my face as usual. And then I went in with Benefit Professional in my T-zone area to try to tame these pores. So I have had several foundations and I was going through my collection this morning and I ran across this Beauty Bakerie Instant Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. And I was like, let's try this one. I've not tried anything from Beauty Bakerie. So I'm going to be testing this foundation out today as well as their brand new Insta-Bake 3-in-1 Concealer. And then I have had this forever and I've heard so many good things about it. So I'm going to be setting my face with the Beauty Bakerie Flour Setting Powder. And I just love the packaging of this. I mean, it actually looks like a little flower bag. It's just so cute. But yeah, so I'm super excited for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into all the details about this. And I was, pulling up Ulta's website to get all the information. And the reviews, there's 35 reviews, which is not so much, but there's 4.5 stars. So anyhow, it says it is inspired by the elegance and minimalistic approach to beauty that Japan is known for. Beauty Bakerie's lightweight vegan Insta-Bake Aqua Glass Foundation is a force to be reckoned with. Rightfully named Insta-Bake, this full coverage formula effortlessly covers anything left in its wake, delivering extraordinary performance. It applies smoothly like a layer of frosting. So that's all it says about it. And I was like, well, is this a luminous foundation? Is it a matte? And it does not say. So I clicked on the reviews, and the first review I read, I was like, all right, this is the one I've got to try. It said, oh my God, I'm in love. It said, I have so many foundations, and I usually go for a matte finish. So that tells me this is more luminous foundation. It says, because my skin is an oil slick, but I tried this one anyways. I have been using it for a week now and I'm in love. Today I was cleaning the house, ran a few errands around town, and even did some yard work. At the end of the day, my skin has never looked this good. I'm shook and absolutely in love. So that is the first review I read on Ulta's website, and I was like, all right. So we are going to test this out. It is another hot day here in North Carolina, so we'll see how it holds up. But reading that review, I have a lot of, I don't know, I'm excited. I think this could be a good one. The shade is a little orange, so we're gonna have to make it work. And then of course my concealer is way too light. So what I plan on doing, if the concealer is too light, I may go in with a darker one just to try to blend it out, but we'll see when we get to that point. I am testing out a new foundation brush. This is the Zoeva 104 Buffer Brush, and it looks promising. I did pick up the Zoeva foundation in 2 shades, and of course they're way too light, so I'm gonna have to go get another shade of that. But anyhow, so one side I'm going in with a beauty blender, other side I'm gonna be using this Zoeva brush. So let's go ahead and start applying. All right guys, so I brought you in a little closer, turn down the lights a little bit. I'm gonna squirt some of this out, and it definitely is runny, and it's showing up lighter on camera, but you can see how runny it is. So I'm just going to start out with the brush Oh my gosh. Okay, this is way too light. Oh, by the way, this is 323 warm. Oh my Lord. Huh. Oh wow. Wow. Oh God. Well, you live and you learn. I don't know, guys. This one's really orange looking. Dang it. See, the swatches don't look that bad. Oh my Lord. Okay. We're just gonna have to make it work. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. So this looks like red, yellow, orange. I don't know. Okay, the shade is really throwing me off. Really throwing me off. Okay, so there's one side with the brush. I'm gonna grab my beauty blender, get a little bit of the product. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. So the Beauty Blender is definitely a lot faster, and I'm liking the way it's looking a little bit better on that side. Wow. I apologize, guys, but this is what foundation reviews are for. You live and you learn. And I know I look crazy. We're gonna make it work. What was it? The Juvia's Place foundation? I looked like a psycho, but it all came together in the end. So the coverage is nice, and it's already dried down. So it looks really, really good. Let me look at my pores. My pores look good. The coverage, I think that's a good full medium coverage. I don't feel like I need to build it up anymore. I think it looks pretty good despite the color. Yeah, so for this to be a more luminous or hydrating, because it says Aqua glass, so it kind of makes me think it's going to be like dewy. It's really not that dewy, and I think it feels really nice on the skin. It's very lightweight. So there is that. Sponge side, brush side, I think they both look the same. The sponge side was just a little bit quicker. So now I'm gonna hop into the Instabake 3-in-1 concealer, and this foundation is $34, so kind of in between drugstore and high end. Now let's see how much. The concealer is $20, and it also has 13 reviews with 5 stars. So I know they came out with a concealer last year. My friend Tara tried it out, and she had the most trouble with it. So I think they maybe reformulated to come out with a new one. And there are several shades. There's 18 different shades in this concealer, so very nice. It says, the Italian approach to beauty emphasizes no stress as the key to a flawless complexion. Beauty Bakerie's Instabake Concealer not only applies and blends effortlessly, but the finish it leaves behind is one of effortless beauty, perfect to hide dark circles and scarring. Beauty Bakerie's Instabake 3-in-1 Concealer does the work of your favorite skin smoothing apps, fortified with water binding canvasa. The under eye area will be smooth, soothed, and hydrated. Relax and allow La Dolce Vita or the Sweet Life in a bottle to work for you. So I picked this up in the shade 013, Disturbing the Peace. And here is what the doe foot looks like. So I'm just going to apply this where I normally would apply my concealer, and maybe this will help us out with the color. I'm just going to do one side at a time because I'm not sure Oh, wow. Whoa. Okay, so this is some coverage. I'm gonna bring it down the side of my nose. I probably went in with a little too much. But yeah, coverage is looking really nice. It might dry a little quick, so you might have to work fast. I do have a fan on in here, so that could be making it dry a little quicker than normal, but okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it under the other eye. So I'll probably definitely be picking this up in a darker shade because I really like the coverage on it. I think it looks really nice under the eye. All right, so there is the concealer blended out under the eye. All right, so I went and quickly grabbed my Golden Beige in the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Instabake in the center of my face, just a tad, and then I'll go in with the Golden Beige just so it's not so stark. But I definitely need to lighten this concealer for sure. So now I'm just gonna go in with this one and add it in there so it's not so white. Okay, so both of those concealers together blended out really nicely. So I think the color is coming together now that we did all that with the concealer. So here is the foundation, concealer all blended out. Now I'm gonna quickly pop off camera, do my cream contour off camera, and then I will come back and we will set the face with the flower setting powder. So I'll see you guys here in a second. All right guys, so I just went in with my cream contour. Now I'm back and we're gonna play with this flower setting powder. So this is what it looks like. I do have it in the shade Translucent, and then you open it up and that is what it looks like. So I'm just going to get a little bit of that out in the cap. And it looks very finely milled. So I'm gonna quickly just make sure we don't have any creases. And then I'm going to set everything. Ooh. And there are 6 shades in this powder. And it's $24 and it has really, really good reviews. So I have high hopes for this. So it's definitely brightening, which I got this a while back, so I could probably use a deeper shade in it. But I do enjoy a powder, like a translucent powder like this to bake with that does have some pigment in there. So it seems to be very smoothing, not cakey, just very lightweight. All right, I'm gonna use this to clean up that contour right there. All right, now I'm just gonna get a powder brush and get whatever's left in the cap and then go over everything else. So it is very mattifying, which on the side of the bag, it is lightweight and mattifying. That's what it's promoted as. And then my skin feels very, very, very smooth. All right, so I really like that powder. I will just have to keep you updated and let you know how it wore or if it did anything crazy. But as of right now, I'm liking it. It's very smoothing, finely milled. It's very soft. So I'm going to pop off camera, finish up my makeup, and then I will be back to give you my first check-in. So I'll see you guys here in a sec. All right, guys, so I just finished up my makeup. I've had it on for about 2 hours now. I did film another video, but what I can tell you is my skin is looking flawless at this point. My pores look so good, and as you can see, okay, the color was a little off to begin with. It was really throwing me off. Like I didn't know if I was gonna make it work, but everything blended out beautifully. I mean, it's blended in. The concealer really helped to, you know, tame down the orangey redness that we had going on. But for this to be a more like luminous glass-like foundation, it definitely is not. And I don't know, maybe it was the Flower Beauty, you know, mattifying setting powder or whatever, but I'm really liking the way my skin's looking. It feels very lightweight and natural on the skin. Everything blended out on top of it like a dream. I did not have any issues. I'm liking the concealer. Of course, I love the powder. So far, we're doing good. Have nothing bad to say at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, let y'all take a look up close, and then I'll go back my day and I'll see you guys for my second check-in in the next bit. All right, so I turned down the lights a little bit so you'll be able to see a little better. But like my pores in this area, which is my problem area, looks really nice. And I did not set it with a spray. So that's what it's looking like at the 2-hour mark. Like I said, I'm obsessed with it so far. I think it looks really good. So keep your fingers crossed that it stays looking like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, I'm back with my second check-in, and I have had this foundation on for 6 hours at this point. So I'm going to quickly look up close and see what it's looking like. Okay, it is still holding up nicely. I am not one bit oily, shiny, nothing. There is no oil, grease, nothing on my face. It feels so mattifying or matte right now. So that's kind of blowing my mind. My pores are looking a little bit more enhanced than they were earlier, and it's kind of settling in these little lines around my mouth. Not bad, but yeah, just a little bit. But the fact that this is a more, you know, hydrating type formula and I'm not oily at all, I really can't ask for much more. I mean, my pores, they are just a little bit more exaggerated, like I said, than they were earlier, but nothing crazy. I've definitely saw worse with the foundation. So that's really all I have to say at the 6-hour mark, but I'm just really amazed at how matte my skin is at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in and let y'all take a look, and then I will see you guys here in the next bit for my third check-in. So if you can see, it's just a little bit more exaggerated. You can definitely see my pores. Not bad though. And then a little settling in these lines. Hey everyone, I am back with my third and final check-in. I have now been wearing this foundation for 12 hours and I am very impressed, needless to say. I just took a close-up look. Listen, I've been in the kitchen cooking. I mean, I've been sweating, throwing the ball with the dog. I've been doing all of that, and you know, I was worried about my hairline. You know how like your makeup will come off, you'll have like this line. I don't have any of that going on, so it has held up nicely with the sweat, my oil, and the heat. So my pores, they still look a little more emphasized, not much more than they did at the last check-in. There's really not been hardly any change whatsoever from my last check-in to now that I can notice. I mean, it's settled a little bit in my little fine lines, and then, you know, my pores, you can see them a little bit more. But everywhere else, I mean, it's holding up nicely. As for my oil, I mean, I have like a healthy, natural looking glow going on right now. It's the best way I can describe it. I don't feel greasy or oily or like I'm ready to get this makeup off at all. So I'm going to do a transfer test with my phone. I don't know if this one's supposed to be transfer proof or not. I forgot to do it after I did my first check-in. So I'm going to just put my phone up to my face and see if the foundation comes off. Yes, hello. Okay, so I don't really see anything. I mean, it's probably my oil, but I don't see like foundation on my phone. So there's that. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna zoom you guys in so y'all can take a close-up look, see what's really going on, and then I'll do my usual touch-up. So that's what it's looking like at 12 hours. I really think it looks nice. I mean, between my eyes, everywhere. I don't know. It's blown my mind. Yeah. So definitely oily, but do not look it. It's not anything like the Charlotte Tilbury one where I was that oily and did not look oily at all, because I do look a little shiny right now. And it did pair very well with the Fenty Beauty True Matte Primer and the Benefit Professional. So if you have those primers, I would try it with it. I may try it with some different primers just to see. Maybe it's the prime. Maybe they're just a really good combo. Alright, so now I'm going to see what it looks like after I just touched up. If it pulled any of the foundation up, it did not. I will say I do need to get a different shade because this shade is definitely not mine. Alright, so to touch up, I cannot find that It Cosmetics foundation powder. I don't know where I put it, so I just grabbed this from my pocketbook really quick. If you have oily skin and are looking for like a cheap, loose, or you know, just a powder to throw in your pocketbook, this one by Rimmel London Stay Matte is the translucent or transparent. This stuff is so good. I've used it for years and years and years, and I love it. So this stays with me at all times. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of that and go in. And you would definitely, if you have any kind of color, you know, tan or whatever, you'd probably want to go back in with some bronzer after this because it does kind of wash you out a little bit. Even though it's transparent, it definitely has a little white cast to it. So other than that, it's a great powder to have, and it's like $3 to $5. So overall, I'm very, very, very impressed with this one. I will be picking it up in my correct shade because, whew, we looked rough at the beginning of this, but everything came together nicely. I did get the setting spray that was with that, but I think it's more hydrating. But if you are interested on my thoughts on that, let me know, and I can put it in like a try new makeup video or something like that. To be honest with you, I forgot I'd had it, so I was going through my stuff. But anyhow, I really, really like this one. I think if you have dry skin, I don't know how it's going to do because it did so well with the oily skin. I can tell you it's not very drying. I think you do, even though this is a glass foundation, I feel like you definitely would want to go in with some extra moisture, maybe a heavier moisturizer or a beauty oil or something, mix it in with that because it did dry down really quick, and it felt like matte to the touch, and I didn't really see any glow in my skin. So I would just make sure to prep the skin nicely before going in with this, but I think it would work great for you too. But yes, so overall, I love this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give your girl a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And if you're not subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And if you want, you can hit the little post notification bell so you're notified of all my future uploads. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next ones. Bye!